In Excel, it is possible to import data from an external source, such as, for example, from a database or from a text file. Consider this file. If we open it, it is a simple comma-separated value file, CSV file, with some data. Note that the data is separated using commas, as you can see here. So commas are separating the columns, while each line is representing a different row. What we're going to do in this example is we are going to import all this data in Excel. So before I close this file, I am going to recall that the data is separated using a comma. So I'm going to close the file and open Excel. Now, in order to import data, we have to use the data ribbon. And we can either click on this button from text CSV, or otherwise we can click on the get data, and here we have an option for all the sources. I'm going to choose from text CSV because in our case we are importing data from a text file, and I'm going to choose my text file, which is called items. When I click on import, Excel will take some time to import the data, and then it will display a dialog box, as you can see here. Automatically, it detected that the delimiter, that is the character that is being used to separate a column from another, is a comma. However, other characters might be used, and these might not be detected automatically by Excel. In that case, you can click on Custom and choose the delimiter from there. Now, there are two ways how we can import this data. Here it is showing us a sample of the data. We can either just click on Load and the data will be imported, or otherwise we can click on Load To. So if I click on this arrow here, we can choose Load To, so that it will show us another dialog box with the options of where to load the data. We can decide to either add the data in a new worksheet, or otherwise in the existing worksheet. In our case, if I choose existing worksheet, it means that it will import the data starting from this cell. Here we have the options of how to import the data. It can be either a chart, etc. In our case, it is simple data, so we have to add it as a table. When we click on OK, after a while, the data will be displayed, as you can see on the screen. Note that by default, the data has been inserted as a table. When data is inserted as a table in Excel, it is possible to do certain features such as filtering, sorting, and other stuff that I will show in my next video. But if you don't want this to be as a table, you can go on Table Tools and remove the filter buttons and the blended rows. And now the data is being displayed as a plain text. However, I am going to leave the blended rows and the filter buttons so that in my next video I will explain filtering.